welcome to Tangle. My name is Laura, and today's tutorial I'm going to show you how I did this pillow, this Haunted Mansion pillow, so you can make a fun project for this coming Halloween. So let's get started. For this tutorial we're going to need these colors. You can change colors if you want to. I chose for my Haunted Mansion this color, so you will need black. This one over here is light Damson. This one over here is carrot, and this one over here is bright yellow. This is 100% acrylic, is worsted weight, and I'm using Super Value, Bernat Super Value. I really like to work with this yarn a lot, and it's perfect for pillows, for amigurumis, things that are going in your bed, in your cushions, so this is great for this project. We're also going to need a 4.5mm crochet hook, darning needles, stitch markers, and scissors. And we're ready to go. To begin with this project, we're going to start by making a slip knot. So hold your yarn like this, wrap around your finger like so. This one goes like that, and then this one goes all the way down your finger like this. You're going to put your hook there and you're going to tie it. Not too much, but like that. Okay, now we're going to start now by making a chain. To chain, we just go yarn over, so our yarn is like in the back, so we yarn over our hook, and then we're going to pull that yarn through the loop that we have in our hook. So again, yarn over, and then you are going to pull through that loop. Yarn over and pull through. Yarn over and pull through. So every time we do that, we get sort of like a V. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4 V's so far. So we are going to chain 51. So that was 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 30, 31, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 40, 41, 42, 43, 44, 45, 46, 47, 48, 49, 50, and 51. We are going to work with single crochet. We're going to skip this first chain because that extra chain is just going to help us to go to the next row, but it's never going to count as a stitch. So we are always going to be working 50 single crochets and an extra chain to turn. So let's skip this one and then let's do our first single crochet. So you're going to skip this one, insert your hook here like in the middle of the V. You're going to yarn over just like we did when we were chaining, and you're going to pull through there, and now you have 2 loops on your hook. And then you're going to yarn over again, and you're going to pull the yarn through those 2 loops, and that's a single crochet. Now the stitch we've just worked in is going to be like this big hole, so we know that this next one is the one that we're going to work now. So insert hook right there, yarn should be on top of our hook, and we're just going to pull through there, 2 loops on our hook, yarn over, and pull through those 2. Let's move on to the next. Insert our hook, yarn should be on top of our hook, just pull through, yarn over, and pull through those 2 loops. Let's do a few more together. Insert hook, pull through, yarn over, and pull through 2. Insert hook, pull through, yarn over, and pull through 2. When you pull through, you have to move your hook, so it helps to get the yarn through. So yarn over and pull through 2. We're going to keep working like this until the end of the row. So we should have 50 single crochet the first row. So let's get to that. So I'm here at the end of the row. I have 50 single crochet. So when I'm here, I'm going to chain 1 and turn my work. So for that, we just yarn over, pull through, and we're going to flip our work like that. Our tail should always be at the bottom. So now we're going to row 2. So we're going to skip that first chain that we just did. And now if we look at the top of what we're doing, actually where the yarn is coming out of, you're going to see this V, right? So this is our last chain, so we're going to skip this one and we're going to go on the next one. Our hook has to be under that V. And the same thing, yarn should be on top of your hook. You're just going to pull through, yarn over, and pull through. And that is the first stitch of this row. Let's move to the next one. So insert your hook under the V, pull through, yarn over, and pull through 2. Let's make one more. So that is our next V. We insert our hook, yarn on top of our hook, pull through, yarn over, and pull through 2. Insert our hook, pull through. So if you're here, I always do this, like I put my hook on top of my work. I don't leave it here. That way I make these loops a little bit looser, which makes it easier to pull through. So I suggest you always do the same. So let's keep doing this until the end of the row. You should have 50 single crochet. This is a very easy pattern, and it's great if you are a beginner and you want to have some fun for this Halloween season. Okay, so this is the end of row 2. If you are a beginner, I really suggest that you check that you really have 50 single crochet. So for row 3, we're going to do exactly the same thing. We're just going to chain 1 and turn. Skip that one, the last chain that we just did. Insert a hook, and we're just going to keep working single crochet back and forth until we get to row 44. So how do we know how many rows do we have? If you put your work like this, you will see this is row 1, this is row 2, this is row 3. So you have to have 44 rows to keep to the next step of the tutorial. So I'm gonna let you keep working, and I'll see you when we all have 44 rows. So I'm back, and I already have 44 rows, and we're going to start row 45. So I'm gonna tell you how is that done. So we are going to chain 1 and turn, and the pattern says that we are going to make 18 single crochet. So we chain 1, and we're going to start here making our single crochet. So this is 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 17, and 18. This is going to be our first tower. So we did 18. We are going to chain 1 and turn, and we are going back, making another 18 single crochets until we get to row 65. So let's go ahead and do that. So we finished at row 44. So this is 45, 46. Now we're going for 47. And we're going to keep doing this until we reach row 65. So I'll meet you guys when we are right there. So here I am about to finish row 65. So this is my last stitch. And what I'm going to do is I'm just going to pull my hook like that. And we're just going to cut the yarn like that. And then pull it all the way. And our first tower is finished. Now, this is the right tower. So now we're going to start on the left one. So our pattern says that we are going to attach new yarn on the 18th stitch after the 18th we just did for the first tower. So here we have 18. So now we're going to count 18 stitches. So this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, and 18th. So here, to attach new yarn, we're just going to make a loop, put it in our hook, and we're just going to pull through. And we will chain 1 to secure. And exactly there on the same stitch, we're going to start making our first single crochet. So we just single crochet like this. If it's possible, you can put the tail right there and make your single crochet around it so you don't have to weave anything at the end. And it says that we're going to make 15 single crochets. So let's get to that. Okay, so we are here at the end. And the same way we did the other tower, we are just going to chain 1 and turn. And we're going to keep working like this until we get to row 57. So, so this will be row, so the first one was 45, so this is 46, and we're going to keep working until we reach row 57, okay? So go ahead and do that, and I'll meet you guys back when we are on the 57th row. So I'm about to finish row 57, and once you finish, you're just going to pull your hook, you will cut the yarn, and you will pull. So now the front of our haunted house is finished, we have a higher tower, a lower tower, and all of our haunted house. Now you need to make another one of this. You can either make it the same color, you can make it in another color, like if you want to be able to turn the pillow and have another haunted house in another color, that's an option. Or you can just work like a simple background and that will be it. In my case, I already worked and I'm gonna make it in black. So this is going to be the back and this is the front. So, well, it's actually the other way. So this is the back and this is the front, and I will seam them together once I'm done sewing everything that we're going to do in our haunted house. Well, so now that we complete this part, we're going to start making the roof of our haunted house. I'm going to show you how to make this one, the one that is the biggest, which is our right tower, and the other tower, the other roof is made exactly the same. It only has less rows, less stitches. So let's get to that. So for the roof, we're going to start making our slip knot. So yarn over like that. This one goes in the front and this one all the way down your finger. And we're going to put our hook there. We're going to start by chaining 27. So remember, it's yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through, and let's make 27 chains. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 2, 3, 27. And now the same way we did the main part, we're going to skip this first chain and we're going to work on the second, and we're making 26 single crochet. I know this is black, but this part is exactly what we just did on the main part. So we're just going to make 26 single crochet. Okay, so this is my last single crochet, and like the same way we did everything, we're going to chain one and turn. Now here the pattern says we're going to make a decrease. So how do we do a decrease? We're going to insert our hook the normal way under the V, pull through, and usually here you will yarn over and pull through, but we're not going to do that. We're going to go on the next stitch, insert your hook, pull through. So I'm working on 2 single crochets from the first row. So I have 3 loops on my hook. I'm going to yarn over and pull through. So this is a decrease. From 2 single crochet, we only have 1 now. So, and that's it, and we're going to work 24 single crochets. so. $22, $23, and $24, which is our last one. So we have 24. We're going to chain one and turn, and now we're going to start the third row with another decrease. So let's do this together. We insert a hook, pull through, go to the next stitch, insert your hook, pull through, 3 loops on your hook, yarn over, and pull through. And in this row we have 23 more single crochets to make. So let's get to that. And this is basically what we're gonna be doing. So every time we chain one and turn, we're gonna start every row with a decrease, and the rest of the stitches are going to be just normal single crochet. And then you will get to the end of the row, chain one and turn, and you're going to start with a decrease that new row. So I'm going to make this next row with you. Okay, so we are at the end. We're going to chain one and turn, and the first stitch is going to be a decrease. So insert your hook, pull through, insert your hook on the next stitch, pull through, 3 loops on your hook, yarn over, and pull through. And now we have 22 single crochets to work. So as you go, you will start seeing that we're making a triangle. You will need to make 2 of this. You can make them in different colors if you want to. The idea is to have fun with this project. Let's do this row one more time together. So I'm at the end. I'm going to chain one and turn, and I'm going to start with a decrease. So insert my hook, pull through, insert my hook, pull through, yarn over, pull through 3. And now I have 21 stitches, 21 single crochets to go. So let's keep doing this until we reach the last row, which is the very tip of a triangle, of the triangle. So I'll see you there. So this is a decrease, 1, 2, 3 single crochets, chain one and turn, 1 decrease, and then 2 single crochets, 1 and 2, chain one and turn, 1 decrease, and 1 single crochet. So right now we only have 2 stitches, so we chain one and turn, and we are going to finish making 1 decrease. That will get us to have just 1 single crochet. We are going to pull this yarn and we are just going to cut and pull all the way. So this is the roof of our first tower. We are going to need to make another one. So, but don't worry about sewing them together. We are going to do that at the very end. So for the other roof is the same, but instead of starting with 27 single chains and making 26 single crochet like we did in this one, we're going to start by chaining 23, and we're going to make 22 single crochets for our first row, chain 1 and turn, and we're going to start making decreases like the same way we did this. So your decrease and single crochet, chain 1, turn, decrease, single crochet, chain 1, turn, decrease, and all the way until you have 2 single crochets, and we're going to make 1 decrease to finish. And you have to do 2 for this and 2 for this. Let's get started on the next step. All right, so now that we're back, that we just finished the roof for our towers, we're going to work on the main roof. This triangle, it's a little bit different. So I'm going to show you how it's done. Mine, if you're just working, you're just making one side for your haunted mansion, you will only need 1. If you are making 2 sides, well, you're going to need 2 of this. I already finished mine. Mine is going to be black, but I'm going to show you in orange so you can see more easily what I do. So we're going to start by making our slip knot. By this time you should be able to do this very easily. And we're going to start by chaining 31. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 30 and 31. So the first row, we're going to skip the first chain and we're just going to work 30 single crochets. So let's get to do that. Let's do. $28 and my last one. Okay, so for this triangle, the difference is that we are going to make decreases at the beginning and at the end. So once you finish your first row, you're going to chain 1 and turn. And you're going to start by making a decrease. So we skip the first one, right? So insert or hook, pull, insert on the second, pull, yarn over, pull through the 2 of them. So now we're making 26 single crochets. So let's get to that. And 26. So now when we are here in our 26th, we are making another decrease. So we insert, pull, and then we go to the last one, insert, pull, yarn over, and pull through the 3 of them. So what this is going to make is that our triangle goes like that faster than the one that we did before. So if we just decrease at the beginning of each row, we get a much taller triangle than decreasing on both at the beginning and at the end of each row, which is what we need for the main roof. So now when you're here, you're just going to chain 1 and turn as normal. You are going to start by making another decrease, and for row number 3 you should have 24 single crochet and 1 more decrease to make, and then you will chain 1 and turn and keep working like that. Okay, so here we only have 2 more single crochets to go, so it's time for our decrease. So pull, and then the other one, yarn over and pull through, chain 1 and turn, and we're going to start with our decrease again, yarn over and pull through, and we're going to keep working like that. So I'll see you guys when we are about to finish. So I am about to finish. So I did decrease, 2 single crochet, decrease, chain 1 and turn. So now I have 4 stitches. I'm gonna make 2 decreases, so that's the first one, and then the other one I have 2 stitches, so this is 1 decrease. So now I only have 2 more to go, so I chain 1 and turn, and I'm gonna make 1 more decrease, which is going to be the last one. So I insert, pull through, insert, pull through, yarn over and pull through the 3 of them. So now this roof, we are going to work on the edge. So we have it like, like what I have here, so it's more even. So what we're going to do is to make a single crochet around our triangle. So we finish here, we're going to chain 1, and we're going to start by going to this side. We always work to our left, so I chain 1 here. I'm gonna start here, so you can easily see every row. In every row you should have a single crochet. So this is my first one, so I insert my hook, pull through, yarn over and pull through, and then I move to my next row, which is here. I insert and single crochet, and then I move to the next one, and then it's here, so I single crochet there, and then this is the next one, I single crochet, and then this is the next one, this is the next one, and we're going to do this around. Now when we get to the corner, we are going to make 3 single crochets in there. So we are about to get there, so I'll show you how. So here, and the next is my corner. So I'm going to insert, make one single crochet, and then another one, and you see I'm like, you know, turning, and then a third one. Now this is our bottom chain, so if you can work around this tail so you don't have to weave anything at the end. And here we are just going to make one single crochet per chain, so just a regular single crochet. Okay, so we are getting close to the corner once more. Which is right here. So we do 1, 2, and 3. And now we're going up. So I did this, I'm going here, and then I am going here. Okay, so now here is our first single crochet, and this was our chain. So just there you can work 1 and 2, and with that will be enough to make this shape. So now we're just going to pull. For this one, we want to leave a long tail, because with this we are going to sew to the main part. So to just pull through, and this is ready. So let's move on to the next step. All right, so the next part we are making, we are going to use another color. In my case, it's the purple, and I'm gonna do like the porch, or like the front part of the house. And this is very, very easy to make. I'm just gonna get you started. So again, we're making a slip knot. For this, we are going to chain 23, and we're going to work 22 single crochets back and forth until we get to the 20th row. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, and 23. So, like always, we skip the first one. So we are working 22 single crochets across. When we get to the end, chain 1 and turn, and 22 single crochet, chain 1 and turn. Keep working like that until you have or you get 20 rows. For this we only need 1 if you're just working at the front of your haunted mansion. If you're working on the back, you also need to make another one. So this is my last, chain 1 and turn, skip the first one, and I'm going for row 2. Okay, let's get to work, and I'll meet you guys when we are done with our 20 rows. So I'm back. I finished my 20 rows with 22 single crochets, and the same way that we did on the main roof, we are going to go around just to make a nicer edge, making 3 single crochets on each corner. So here I finished my last single crochet, so I'm going to chain 1, and I'm going to start right here on this corner, and this will be the first of the 3 single crochets we have to do on the corner, but we're going to do the last 2 when we come back. So we're just going to start by making 1, and remember we're going to single crochet on each row. So this is 1 row, and then this is here, and let's keep going around just like that in every row. Okay, so this is the corner. I just made 1, I make another and the third one, and let's keep going. So this is the bottom, this is a foundation chain, and exactly the same way as we are doing this part, we are going to work the windows that are rectangles. We have 2 different sizes, and they're going to be made just like this. So here's the other corner. I'm gonna make my 3, 1, 2, and 3. If you can, you can weave this end, work around that end so you are actually weaving it in. Okay, so this is the last, and this is the first one I did. So in that corner, we're going to make the other two that we were missing. So that is a 1 and 2. So that completes our corner. So now in this time, we also need to have a long tail, because with that we're going to sew this part. So we're just going to cut the yarn and we're going to pull all the way. And we are done with this. So for the windows, we're going to do exactly the same thing. These are the windows, and this is the main door. It's all the same. So for the first window, which is this one, we are going to chain 9, and we're going to make 8 single crochet. We are going to work until we get to the 15th row. So we're going to do 15 rows. And then the same way, you're going to chain 1 and you're going to work around, putting 3 single crochets on each corner. That is, this is the window. This is where we chain 9 and we're making 8 single crochet, 15 rows. Then this, we're going to chain 7. We're going to make 6 single crochet until we get to the row. We're going to make 11 rows. And the same thing, we're going to work around. And for the door, which is this one, we are going to chain 11 and we're going to be working 10 single crochets back and forward. And we're going to work the edge the same way as we did this. And now I'm going to show you, after you finish this, how are we doing so far. Okay, so this is where we are right now. So we have the front of our house, the back, which is the same piece, can be same color, different color. Now this piece is going to be here. Like that, and then the door is going to be here, and now the main roof is going to be here, and then we have the second tower roof, which is going to be like that in the back and at the front, like that. And we have the first tower roof. It's going to be in the back and at the front, like that. And the first window, which is the biggest, is going to be on the first tower, which is this. And the other window, which is going to be here. So far, this is what we should have. Now, I'm going to show you how to make these round windows. We are going to make 3. One is here, one is in one of the towers, and I'm going to show you how to make one, and it's going to be here. And then we are going to be ready to sew everything together. So let's get to the window. Okay, so we're going to make the round windows. So for that, we're going to start by making a magic ring. You're going to hold the yarn like this. You're going to go on 2 fingers, like that. And then you're going to cross. And you can hold this yarn with this 2 fingers like that, and then you're going to start by going under the first one. On top of the second, you're going to pull to make a loop on your hook, and that yarn, the working yarn that you put right here, you're just going to grab that one and pull through. Now you have your magic ring. Usually the tail is like that. You can just pull it like this. You're having a circle, and we are going to make 6 single crochet around our circle, including the tail. So to do that, we're going inside the ring in the same way, yarn on top of your hook. You are going to pull like that, yarn over, and pull through both. I found it easier if I hold the ring like this, to have this kind of like a little piece of the ring. I insert there, I pull through, and then I yarn over and pull through those 2. And I have 2. I'm going to do the third one. Insert, pull the yarn, yarn over, pull through. 3, insert, working yarn on top of your hook, pull the yarn, yarn over, and pull through. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4 single crochets. Let's do 2 more. So this is the 5th and the last one. Now that you have your 6 single crochets in your magic ring, you're going to pull the tail. That is why it's important to work these single crochets including the tail, so you can pull and you can close the ring. Now we're going to work in rounds, so for that we are going to need a stitch marker. So this is my first single crochet, so I'm going to go under that one, the V is right there. I'm going to yarn over, pull through, yarn over, and pull through 2. This is my first stitch of my second row, so I am going to put a stitch marker right there, and I'm going to increase, which means that I'm going to make another single crochet into the same stitch. So right there I insert my hook and I make another single crochet. So right now I have 2 coming out of the first single crochet. So I'm moving on to my next stitch, and I'm placing 2 single crochets here as well. So under the V, pull through, yarn over, pull through. That's the first. If I pull the yarn a little bit, I can clearly see like where is my stitch coming out of. So I am making another single crochet right there. Let's move on to the next. Insert. So that's 1 single crochet, and I make another one. And then I'm going on the next one, 2 single crochets, another one, 1 and 2, and last I would make 1 and 2. And now I can work on this one because I have my stitch marker, which means that I'm done with my second row. And I should have 12 single crochets. And it totally makes sense because we started with 6 and we did 2 on each of those 6. So 6 times 2, now we have 12. So we're going to take that stitch marker and we're going to make our first single crochet of the third row right there. So this is my first stitch, and I'm going to place the stitch marker again right there. So for the third row, I'm going to make 1 single crochet, and on my next stitch I'm gonna make 2 single crochets. So I already did 1, so I make an increase. So I make 1 and 2 single crochets. And then on my next stitch, I'm just making 1 single crochet. And then on my next, I'm making an increase. So I make 1 and 2 single crochets. On my next stitch, I just make 1. On the next, 2. 1 and 2. The next 1. The next 2. 1 and 2. The next 1. The next increase, so 2. The next 1. And then 2. So when you're working in rounds, you always have a sequence. In this case, it was 1 single crochet, 1 increase, 1 single crochet, 1 increase, 1 single crochet, 1 increase. Usually is times the number of stitches you started with. So in our case are 6. So this sequence, 1 single crochet, 1 increase, is going to be repeated times 6. And now we're done with a row 3. Row 4. We're going to take our stitch marker, we're going to put 1 single crochet there, which is the first single crochet of the last row. We're going to place the stitch marker back again. And now the sequence this time is 1 single crochet, 1 single crochet, and an increase times 6. So I already made my first single crochet, so I make then another one, and then an increase. So I make 1 and 2 on the same. Let's keep doing that sequence. So that's 1 single crochet, next stitch 1 single crochet, next stitch 2 single crochets, an increase, 1 and 2. So let's keep doing that. So that's 1 single crochet and an increase, 1 and 2. Next is 1 and 2. And 2. And the last sequence, so this is 1 and 2. And that's it. We're just going to pull the yarn because we're going to use this tail to sew it. We're just pulling, and we can just take our stitch marker. And that's it. So you're going to make 3 of this, and everything is now completed. Well, now that we have all our pieces, it's time to sew everything together. So we're going to start by joining the door to the purple part. So let's thread our needle. So, and we're going to do the same thing in everything that we are sewing. So when we finished, we have our thread coming out of here. So we're going to go under the next, so usually we have one here. We're going to skip that one. We're going to go into the next, under the V, like that. And we are going to come back exactly where the yarn was, like that. So that's going to create another B, like if it were another single crochet. That way we're going to have the yarn in the back and it's going to be ready to put into this part. You see, this is the same thing. So we will thread this one and we'll go under this B, and then we're going to do exactly what I'm going to do with the door. So sew this to the purple part. It's really easy. We are just going to like go exactly there. It doesn't have to be perfect, especially because it's a haunted mansion. So, and then you get the needle out like that. Under the B, these V's are going to help us to have a nice edge, but also to hide this yarn that we are using to sew. So, and then we're moving to the next one. And just like that. And then we're going to try to get, help. You can see this line that is right there, so you can be following that, so your door is in a good position. If you run out of yarn, well, you can just grab a new piece, make a knot, start in the back, so for example here I won't have enough, so in the corners try to grab the B and go to the very corner, so you can kind of pull this to that part. Now for me, I don't think I'm going to have enough for to finish everything, so I am going to stop here. I am going to make a little knot because this is going to be hidden, so I don't have to worry about this. So I just make a knot. And I am going to thread my needle again. You can just grab a loop, make a knot, and then we are ready to keep going. So, not a problem. All right, so then we are going here. Let's keep doing this all the way around. Okay, hello back. So I finished sewing everything to the front panel, and I'm going to tell you how am I doing this for the windows, which is very, very simple. So I am going to show you, and then I'm going to explain you how are we going to attach the roof to our haunted mansion. So for this, we are going to make slip stitch. How are we going to do that? Well, you will find the center, and you're going to start on the outside of the yellow, right? And on the back, you're going to loop and put the yarn around your hook, and you are going to pull through. Now you have a loop on your hook, and you're going to leave the tail right there. We're not going to need that for now. And then, so we are going to move forward around, let's start here. So you're going to insert your hook, you're going to pull the yarn, the working yarn, you have the two loops on your hook, and pull through again. So you make this kind of like a chain, but it's a, you know, a slip stitch. And then you're going to work this way so you can easily see, you know, the spaces between the stitches. So insert there. Of course, this is chunky, so that's probably a little bit hard. Pull through the yarn. I'm getting stuck with something here. There you go. So pull through and pull through. And then we move forward to the next stitch. So we insert a hook, pull through, and pull through. And then here, insert your hook, pull through, and pull through. And then we're here in the center. Pull through and pull through. And let's do one more. Pull through and pull through. Pull through. Try to check that you are on the right path. Here. Insert your hook, pull through. I'm getting stuck again. There you go. And pull through. And then another one here. Pull through, and outside of the window. Pull through and pull through. When we're there, just pull a little bit, cut the yarn, and pull all the way. And then with your darning needle threaded with this, we're just going to insert like that, and we are just going to weave this in, like here and there, just to secure the yarn. And you can cut. And the same thing with the other ending that we have here. We're just gonna weave this in. Like that. So you wanna do this with all windows. So for the other part, we'll just do the same thing. So we start here, find the center of your window. It will be here. Insert your hook and then make a loop on your hook and pull that yarn through. Leave the tail. You're going to weave that at the end. And now that we are here, we are just going to insert a hook, pull the working yarn, there you go, and pull through. And then move on to the next one, which is this, and pull through, and then this one, and pull through, and then on the center, pull through, here, pull through. If you want to do this for the square windows, you can do this as well. So again, we're just going to cut this, pull all the way, thread our needle, and we can go back right there. And this is how it's going to look. And let's just weave this end like here and there just to secure the yarn. Looks like here I grab a little bit of the, okay, so there we go. So now, so what are we going to do now is grab the back of the roof. We're going to put them like this together. We are going to join this and this side. We're going to leave this open for now. So you want to put them like that together exactly on the corner. So we are going to do that. And then you're going to put the yarn and pull through. And we're going to chain one to secure the yarn. That's it. And then we're going to the same way. So we are making 3 single crochets on the corner, in this corner and in this corner, and we're going to single crochet around this edge. So holding both together. So I'm going to do another one here. So like that in every row, just like we did on the other parts of the project. But this time we're putting these 2 pieces together. When you are here at the top, we are making 3 single crochets. I did 1 already. So 2 and 3. And these 2 ends, we are going to weave them in. And we can leave them inside. third one, and then we are going to leave a long tail, and we are going to cut this. Okay. So what we are going to do after is we're going to go around this edge as well. We're going to join this, and at the end we're just going to put this, and we're going to sew it like this, putting some stuff in here. So for now, let's finish all the other one, the little one, just like we did this, and we're going to leave it like this for now. Okay, so I'm back. I've finished my edge. Remember that in every corner we're making 3 single crochets, and I joined with the back panel. So I went all around, and I haven't done this part because we are going to stuff this one. But before we do that, we are going to join the roof. So what we're going to do in this part is with this tail that we have, we are going to thread our needle, and we want to, I need to put it like this because, oh my God, I have that one attached, sorry, just let me, okay, here we go. So we want to put this one here, and we're just going to go, we're going to sew this together. We're going to go like back to front and then front to back. Back to front, front to back, and when we reach the front panel, we're just going to go through them, all of them. So like this, you want to leave it at the very, very top, so you can go there and then go here and then go here to get our first stitch like that. And then the same thing, we're going back to front, oh, I lost it. Okay, so then again, and we're going to do this same thing on the other tower. And then I'm going to leave it up to you if you want to put some, if you want to stuff this a little bit. It's up to you. I think I'm going to do that a little bit, so when I'm almost there, So really take your time. You've done so much work. We really want this to be perfect. So when you're about here, you can put some if you want to. I don't really want to do that much, but like that it's okay, a little bit. And we are just going to keep going until we are done. We're almost there. I need to move this. And this is probably my last one. And then I'll just go back and forward here. So now I finished sewing this, and you can just tie a knot on the back. And weave in the end, like so. Okay. So now we are going to do the same thing on the other tower, and I'll meet you guys back once we are done. So we are at the end of our project. The only thing we need is to put more, to stuff our pillow. Not too much, because we just want this a little bit. So let's get to that. It's like a kind of like a flattened pillow. We're going to single crochet at the bottom, just like we were doing during all the project. So I did 3 as usual on the corner, and then let's keep working single crochet around. So here I am at the end, and as usual we are going to work our 3 single crochets in the corner. So that is 1, that is 2, and that will be the 3rd one. We're just gonna cut our yarn, pull, thread our needle, and the same way we did, we skip the first one, we go on the second one, and we come back to where the yarn is coming out of, and that's how we get this nice edge. And then we're just going to weave this in. And that's the end of our Haunted Mansion pillow. What do you think? I think it's pretty cool, a nice Halloween decor that we made ourselves. At the end, you can add some details if you want to, like a spider web or something. Have fun. We are at the end of this tutorial. I hope you've liked it. I added some web, for a creepier look. You can be creative and add different things. You can even make some ghosts or some spiders. You can even, kind of make like a fence. There are tons of things you can do, or you can add to this project. I try to keep it simple because this is a beginner-friendly project. So I hope you liked it. Thank you so much for watching it and for being here with me this day. Thank you and see you next time.